to another episode of the Diz Ability Show live. Uh, this week, I want to talk about up the new Daz Pass system. Now, if you don't know, Disney has updated its Daz system to better benefit people with mental disabilities like autism, which is what I have. So, what you do now is that you do a video call with a cast member 2 days prior to your trip. They will evaluate you and they will help you get your pass. But here's the kicker: if they see that you have been faking a disability, you will be banned for life from Disney. But I believe with my autism, that won't be a problem with me. But I've heard a lot of things online that people with physical disabilities have been having some trouble getting the pass with the updates. I haven't heard anything else about that, but for all you watching, if you have a DAS, use it wisely. So anyway, that's my tip. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets to do a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. So, the Magic Kingdom has had many attractions over the years. Some of them have come and gone. So, this week, we are going to cover my top 5 former Magic Kingdom attractions. Number 5, the Mickey Mouse Revue. Now, this was an opening day attraction, which was in Fantasyland from 1971 all the way up until 1980. Then it went over to Tokyo for their opening day, and it's not there anymore either. But I've seen it from the Walt Disney World opening day special. If you haven't seen it on YouTube, go see it. It's cringy but awesome at the same time. But yeah, it was a great show. It features musical scenes from all the classics from back in the day, and it sat where PhilharMagic now sits. Number 4, the Country Bear Jamboree. Yes, I know. Country Bears is not gone, it's just getting transformed. Hi, Jimmy Athlete. My day is going pretty good. As I was saying, the I know the Country Bear Jamboree is being transformed into Country Bear Musical Jamboree. Hello, Lila Grosu. But we'll never see the way we used to see Country Bears ever again unless you go to Tokyo. Uh, but I'm kind of looking forward to the new show and seeing how the and I and Disney has released videos of them recording songs for the show. They'll have the Bears singing Disney songs, including A Whole New World, Try Everything, and the previously announced Bear Necessities. But I will miss Mama Don't Whoop Little Buford. I'm not ashamed to say that. Number 3, Timekeeper. This was a pretty interesting show that they had in Tomorrowland. It featured one of the greatest actors of all time, the late Robin Williams, and Ray Perlman, who's still alive. Uh, but and it features Timekeeper meeting his idol Jules Verne and going through many different points in time, and It's funny. It was great. Look it up online. It was a great show. It sat where the laugh floor now stands. Number two, Mickey's Toontown Fair. Now, oh, the hours I used to spend in Toontown, it was great. I mean, we still have the Barnstormer, which is good, which is perfect. Uh, but yeah, I wish we still had like Mickey's house and Minnie's house and incorporate that into Fantasyland somehow. Thank you, Eric Flores. But but I'm glad that Disneyland still has its Toontown. But I do miss Toontown Fair. I mean, but I do like that Barnstormer is back there. Randy George, my name is Big John. And my number one former Magic Kingdom attraction, Splash Mountain. Randy George, I just said it's Big John. Uh, so, as I was saying, my number one former Magic Kingdom attraction, Splash Mountain. Yeah, I know it it has been transformed into Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It same ride system, different story. And I have seen videos of the new ride. I've seen cast member previews. I Disney even put out a POV of Tiana's. I think that's the first time ever that Disney has put out a POV of any ride. But when I ride it, you're gonna get at my version of it. I don't see what Wiz Khalifa has to do with any of this, Ryan Anderson. Uh, I agree, Legend. I agree. It it was a great ride. I live in Maine, Randy George, and hi 1385. But yeah, as I was saying, Tiana's looks amazing. I have seen Splash Mountain in real life. I've ridden it on both coasts, but I have yet to ride Tiana's yet. But in an upcoming trip, you will get a good video of that. So anyway, let me know in the chat or in the comments what your favorite former attraction is at Magic Kingdom. And now it is time for Diz or Dat. So, all right, now this one, I know it sounds like I'm scraping from the bottom of the barrel, but I'm just using. Uh, hmm. Why did Disney buy Eosteen? I don't know what that is. But anyway, on both coasts, you will find a majestic wishing well in Disneyland. Aw, thanks for the hearts. Uh, at Disneyland, it's Snow White's wishing well, which is right next to Sleeping Beauty Castle and the Snow White Grotto. And at the Magic Kingdom, it's Cinderella's wishing well, which is right behind a castle in the left-hand side entry into Fantasyland. So let me know in the chat or in the comments which wishing well. Try saying which wishing well. Try saying that 3 times fast. Which wishing well you prefer? Diz, Snow White's wishing well, or Dat, Cinderella's wishing well. All right, and now it is time for my humble opinion. So first of all of my on location ride and tip videos are filmed in advance. So if anyone wondered why I did a Flower Garden video when Flower Garden already ended, that's why. But that brings up a very important point because for the first time in many, many years, Epcot is going pretty much a whole summer without a festival. And I sort of think that's the way it should be. Thanks again for those hearts. Because all Epcot has been lately is a festival park, which is what we know it as. But I think summer, no festival, and then in late August, start Food and Wine, which is what they are doing. And I think they should keep it that way. That's my humble opinion, and I am sticking to it. So, Disney has announced that Jollywood Nights will be returning to Disney's Hollywood Studios for the Christmas season. So, I have seen vlogs of last year's Jollywood Nights, and all it had was like some entertainment on Sunset Boulevard and that Nightmare Before Christmas sing along show. That was pretty much all it had. So they need to do something this year to boost up the event's popularity. And I have said this last year. I know Disney is listening somehow. Disney has eyes and ears everywhere. Disney has to at least bring back the citizens of Hollywood for this. By Dimples 1385. Uh, I know some of you are pretty tired. Go, good one. Going and Big John, why you keep ranting about the citizens of Hollywood? Because the citizens are awesome, and I know after 4 years, it's pretty much they're not coming back. But I wish Disney would bring them back for at least Jollywood Nights. I mean, do you agree? I mean, you have to agree. If you have seen them prior to the pandemic, you have to agree with me. But I am looking forward to see what Disney does for Jollywood Nights. Thank you, Dimples. And hopefully it will be better than what they have done last year. So anyway, that's our show. As I said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets to do a future episode. For this week's shoutouts, make sure you guys check out my buddy Amy over at Rocking at Disney with Amy, or RAD for short. She does amazing live streams and vlogs of some of the biggest entertainment, not just at Disney, but in Orlando in general. Definitely check her out. Also, make sure you guys check out my pal Joey over at Tastes Like Disney. He does great 8 videos as making his own versions of Disney Parks food. Definitely check him out. Also, make sure you guys check out Kristen over at Right Down Main Street. She does amazing food blogs from the parks. Check her out. Also, make sure you guys check out Josh and Jenna over at Resort TV One. They do amazing live streams from the parks each and every week. Definitely check them out as well. If you have not subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And ding the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time, Kwahari.